Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 5 of TESOL Foundations. This week, we're going to be focusing on our first lesson design. So, how do I design collaborative and engaging lessons and assessments for English language learners and multilingual learners? This week, you're going to be reading Honingsfeld's Chapter 1, and I've included a ton of lesson planning resources. So, you will need more time dedicated to this week's reading and assignments. As I said, you're going to be creating your first lesson plan and assessment. I've also included some videos that you can watch on creating objectives and the sheltered instruction model. And then lastly, if you do want to do your first lesson and first assessment with a partner, that is totally fine with me. Just please let me know via email. So most of this video I'm going to use to go through our lesson planning assignment. So for lesson 1, we're going to be focusing on speaking. And so last week we read chapters 2 and 3 of Gibbon's, which focused a lot on collaborative talk. And so we're going to be putting some of what we've learned so far in the course through vocabulary, academic language, and collaborative talk and group work in the English language classroom into practice. So you're going to choose a particular grade level. If you're currently practicing, I encourage you to choose the grade level that you currently work with or a grade level that you hope to work with. This week, I would like you to really focus on those starting level L's. So Honingsfeld's Chapter 1 focuses on starting level L's. And so I thought it'd be good to put that into practice in this lesson plan. You also really want to focus on collaborative work. So majority of your lesson should focus on group work, very student-centered. So if you have a lesson that is 45 minutes, maybe your 25 minutes to 30 minutes of your lesson is dedicated to that collaborative group work, activity, project, whatever you decide to do. As you plan, take into consideration everything you've learned from Gibbon's so far. And so you really want to focus on these outcomes, these strategies, and really focus on equitable learning. So how can we set up group work or group activities so that all children are involved, so that even our most timid or most beginner language learners can find their voice or feel that they are part of that group work. So I really want you to challenge yourself to focus on that. As you plan, you will also be focusing on modifications for L's and multilingual learners. And so here's some links to help you do that. The bilingual Common Core progressions, which give great scaffolds by level, so they can kind of guide you on what sorts of scaffolds you might provide dependent on the level of learner. And the WIDA website does that as well. And so those links are also included in your Google Slides. You have your bilingual Common Core progressions. And so each standard, if you open it, then it's broken down by grade level. So that's how that works. And then WIDA provides these can-do statements, which I find to be really helpful. And again, they break that down by level. And this week we're focusing on those beginner levels. So great resources to help you lesson plan. And then the second part is the assessment. So the assessment that will accompany this lesson or this activity. You might not do that assessment in the same day, or you might, but you'll be creating an assessment that complements the activity or the topic that you're covering in your lesson. And so again, there's just some more resources here for you. Here's an example checklist. You will have to create a checklist for your assessment. Again, you can use your WIDA can-do descriptors. Then you also have all these resources here. You can check out our TESOL folder. There's additional resources and readings for differentiation there. In my next video, I'll be going through the lesson